They are going to ban out those two initiators though from Aura. But for Aura, or actually for EVOS right now, for Aura, what do they want to ban? Do they want to take away something like a Benedetta, the Paquito, that Veldora can use, that they want to utilize now? The fact that they have a Hereth means they want to go for a bit more physical damage, but it's actually just two mage bans for Aura towards EVOS.
Well, when it comes to the wave clear, the Novaria is one of the only ones, or along with the Lilia maybe, it can really match Vexana in that clear potential. So taking that away will mean that Aura can have a very strong trio mid roaming squad with the roam mid and jungle, just like good old times. We did say that Aura might have to go back to their roots, but here's a comment here, Kevin.
From the up-and-coming, one of the best jungler in Indonesia, the current Van in EVOS is much more challenging. Actually, in Game 1 BTR versus EVOS just now, we almost lost. Obviously, this is referencing to the first series that they played. But it's going to be a Nana. This is a bold one.
This is a good one for neutral objectives though.
Yep. I mean, I was expecting the Nana to show up a bit earlier in the league so far, but hey, it's a good pick. With everyone corralling around the box here, right? Everyone trying to fight together. The Molina is going to be so annoying, but you have to keep in mind now that Nano passive no longer gives you movement speed. So it is a lot more vulnerable in the lane, and Warlord needs to be a bit more careful with his positioning, even though the passive is still available.
I don't really know what to go for here, or for Aura Fire. Probably something that can split push, like along the lines of Paquito or Benedetta.
Oh! The signature choke comes out!
He's inspired, man. He's seen Bruce Goat.
Oh my god, against this team, I did not expect it. I did ask him in the back. I was with Arashi and the X-Borg too. What? Arashi, it's a Nana, it's a Barat, it's a Minotaur and a Hereth. This is... Oh, man, and the Fanny for Van. Oh, we've... Okay,
what a banger.
I just broke my fast. This is way too spicy.
Oh, but what? What do you think about the Cho, Arashi?
I think it's risky, man. There's so many ways that he can be stopped here. The Minion Fury, the Daytona's welcome. Fanny being a bit more slippery, Nana just placing the Molina alone just deters him from making any play whatsoever. I would say that the Nana is almost like a counter pick towards the Cho even, but hey, Yaoi has proven people wrong before. We'll have to see. Looking at the stats for the draft so far, the early to mid-game potential favors EVOS. They do have an assassin. They have ways to really take control of those big fights. And the Hereth will be coming online a lot faster compared to a Claude technically with the item power spikes. So we'll see if EVOS can dictate the tempo despite having technically the less dynamic engage.
A battle for the first W of the season between EVOS Glory versus Aura. The Dragon versus the Tiger. Who's gonna come out on top in MPL ID Season 13?
Will it be the Dragons or the Tigers? The Dragons with a signature world-level Cho. Unfortunately, we won't see him on the World Champion skin, but it's close enough. The KOF skin. Also for the Fanny. My goodness. Van. We were just talking about assassin picks for Van. He's not really comfortable on it, Arashi, but it does seem like Van wants to prove everybody wrong.
We were thinking he was going to go for something utility-based, trying to secure those retributions, but he's trying to flex his skills right here. Going with the lethal ignition as well. Aura, they gotta be a bit more careful right here, especially with the more vulnerable laners that they have. But that mid lane is definitely a power side for Aura that they can take advantage of.
And to be fair, the only real threat for Van is that Cho. And looking at this, it looks like Gugun will take the first Lethal Wonder with the retribution.
Showing again the great retreat that Gugun has been showing so far, but there you go, that's the passive. You can see, he's moving a lot slower. No longer is he just scuttling away out of sight, so that can very easily be punished the longer the game goes when you're positioning away from your turrets.
It's really hard to lane against Vexana. Even though she got nerfed, I believe the projectile, the first kill, speed is lowered to about 10%. That's a really good nerf, I guess. But it's still one of the best mages in terms of like just laning phase, just chunking away all the HP. Meanwhile, Van, no one saw that. Don't worry.
Ooh. A little cable maneuvers there, but it's still Gugun who is ahead, who has invaded the enemy jungle too. So Gugun's doing a good job at using this Baxia to try to limit the maneuvers and the farming from the Fanny.
Fortunately for Van, no real deep invades have come from the side of Aura just yet. And speaking of emblems, by the way, Kabuki with the Quantum Charge, I believe Mirko prefers this combination over the Breeze Smite.
Yes.
Good combination of utility and sustain in the lane. Going up against a Herod, that's definitely going to help out with the harassment. But here we go, first neutral objectives, Jungle Showdown. Could have seen how they did it because we were speculating. Already a step ahead for Aura. And look at their emblems, man. Again, YEAHHH is intending to be all across the map. Agility, Wilderness Blessing. The longer the game goes, the more he's gonna be trying to be annoying. And he has skill on the Vexana. He's trying to roam around too, but there you go. Whoa!
Early flicker with a Terrify now. Van very low. There's an Eternal Guard as well there from YEAHHH. Just gotta play it real safe.
Yeah, speaking of playing real safe though, Veldora as a Parazzi XP against Export, like this is a match made, you know, it's a nightmare's matchup for him. He's gonna get chunked up real bad, especially before objective fights. And like, what of your job is to kind of survey the map and see what options are available. It's gonna be hard for him to even stay alive.
Good poke onto Van Strong. Pops in that regen. Yeah, he's looking for an initiation, a pickoff perhaps right now. Only 1,000 gold lead from Aura, but they're already pressuring over on this purple buff. Gugun doesn't want to overcommit though. Shield Unity. He might be able to look for an angle, but he decides it's a bit too risky and he backs off, giving Van another purple buff to play with.
Extending his life a bit longer here with yet another buff. We'll see what he can do with it though. He went for a dive towards the mid laner, but you're seeing again why the Vexana is so good. If he played that wrong and YEAHHH just lands the Eternal Guard on top of the Terrify, that could be the end, man. Under a turret, that's a long time to be crowd controlled.
Sure, this is an assassin too. How much HP got to play with? Meanwhile, Aran is gonna do his job. Gonna chunk up all the YEAHHH!
Flicker over, wait, the dragon, that's the first kill to YEAHHH in this game. Van not able to out-retry Gugun, as Gugun just takes it away from him right now, but Van already used the Retribution, so they might be looking for some more, even in the bottom side of the map. Kabuki actually doing a good job against Super Red, taking him low. And there's already a little bit more. But back up here from YEAHHH, just zoning him away, giving Kabuki free space to hit. Alright, what? In the enemy jungle, enemy territory, 1v3 gets taken out.
A glimpse of brilliance of YEAHHH right away, just securing the objectives for Aura Fire. And, you know, right away pressuring Super Red on towards the bottom lane, getting a bit of a gold from the plating for Kabuki.
And how Kabuki is playing the lane though, just impudently standing in front of Super Red, knowing that when it comes to just basic attack DPS, he wins it out. But Super Red with the Starlium here, now it's going to be just that much different. Aura might have to be a bit more careful.
Wow.
The most unreal stat.
Yep. I mean, we saw it, like the 4-man knockup towards the whole Onyx team is just absolutely ridiculous. And he can pick out the perfect target in CW. Like, that was probably one of the craziest pickoff I've ever seen. Meanwhile, he's trying to do so again.
Jeet Kune Do away the dragon into the Eternal Guard, and we expected the Minion's Fury to counter the dive, but what can you do when your chain CC'd like that? Around in the mid lane, clearing the waves out away. Veldora's getting melted down by Aran. Look at Veldora's HP. And even in the bottom lane, YEAHHH, again, Jeet Kune Do over to Warlord. Shield Unity over to Super Red. Zaman Force defensively with a Purify as well. Not a turret should be taken down. Veldora's getting chunked as well right now as YEAHHH zones them away. EVOS are still able to clear out the waves, but man, Aura are oppressive.
How fun is it to play with YEAHHH, man? Like, he's just fitting him kills. So far, he's 2-0-1. All 3 kills are, you know, created by him.
His flicker's up. He might be looking for another angle.
Especially with the total coming up, if they can get another pickup, it's going to be great. And for EVOS, they're struggling right now because Van Strong, for now, is the main frontliner, and if he's crowd controlled, which Aura has a lot of, it's going to be so difficult for him to try and peel for his team.
Well, let's see right now. Oh, chain CC, and it's going to be Van who wins it out right there. No CC to help Aura. Gugun gets brought back to the team. Aran's going to be targeted down, and YEAHHH flickers out to safety, but no! Van finds the cut through YEAHHH. Jeet Kune Do flicker combo, bringing Van back for Gugun to slay. Kabuki with a blazing duet now onto Warlord, who's forced to run away and has the passive, but now gets chased down by YEAHHH. One more hit should do it. Ooh, Warlord's low. YEAHHH's looking for the play, but he missed it earlier to shut Poo to get away, but Veldora eats him up, and it's an overall great trade for EVO's glory.
For sure, but the gold lead is still towards Aura. There's still a lot of hurdle to climb for EVO's glory, but a win is a win nonetheless.
great move from EVOS to try and find a way to really win that fight out by just rushing, forcing Aura to kind of make a quick call in the middle of everything without getting the proper setup. Even though, if you think about it, Veldora on the EXP lane bullied by the X-Borg, and Van Strong is bullied by all the crowd control. The frontline possibility for EVOS is just made very difficult by Aura. So that's how they're really trying to bully EVOS away from the objectives. But if EVOS get there first, then that's where they can kind of dictate what happens.
Yeah. What a play, though, from Veldora. Flicker and Detona's welcome. I've never seen that, actually.
That was a combo that was used quite a lot last week.
Okay, interesting, but yeah, Veldora, the longer the game goes, I think it favors Aura much more, especially Van. We're talking about Assassin here. Like, it's gonna fall off for sure in the late game, and there's a lot of room to play with for Aura. A lot of creativity, I guess, like in a way on how you can approach the team fight. But yeah, again, Van, no one saw that.
The MPL pressure, man. You miss one cable and you heard the fans.
Yeah,
It's so crazy already.
It's got to be quite demoralizing for sure. EVOS now, just look at how safe they're playing. They're sending 2 members to escort Super Red.
Oh no.
Van's in the area. Is he gonna... No, he's
Way
not
too
gonna
crowded,
walk
yeah.
into it. Now the Lord is up. And Aura is still on the other side of the map though. EVOS makes the first move.
YEAHHH, the terrifying Eternal Guard
there you
finds in
go.
the outplay. Van on the Assassin, but gets assassinated instead. YEAHHH eaten up right now with a Minute's Fury. Veldora flickering. No, he doesn't connect to the wall. YEAHHH able to flicker out and Pemburuuu. Aran very deep in enemy territory. Brings him back very low. Aran hiding back. Flickers out. Super Red pops into Zaman Force, but he's not able to find the hit to reset his second skill. And that means it's a free lord over to the Dragons without the retry being used up. Gugun wants to go for the enemy purple buff.
Once again, Gugun showing class in the objective department, but I don't really get it. Why would you go for Chao with Shunpo available, with Jit Kundo available, and also Flicker available? He's gonna get away quite fine, and he did.
Man, that was just so difficult. That was a bold move from Van. I get that he has the Malefic Roar right now and the Heptasis, he has burst damage, but against a Vexana, this is exactly what makes her so dangerous. Deathly Grasp into Eternal Guard is basically a guaranteed knock-up hit. The Eternal Guard is definitely gonna land if you land the Deathly Grasp first. So unless Van dodges that, there's just no way. Just like that, Aura takes momentum, takes the turrets as well, and they're still looking for more as Van.
Oh, Van on the S-kill. Oh no, Van gets locked up again! Kabuki finds the kill. YEAHHH survives. And it is again a disaster for EVOS Glory.
Van says hi, YEAHHH says, what's up, bro? You're gonna get kicked. And another kill, courtesy of YEAHHH.
I mean, we're talking about, oh, he let Van play, but it looks like the draft from Aura is meant specifically to really deny any real chance of pickoffs coming from him. The peel towards the backline is just insane right now.
Sure, and right now 5k gold lead, entering the 11th minute or 12th minute of the game for Aura versus EVOS Glory. Kill department 3 for Aura. It's looking pretty bleak, I gotta say, for EVOS, especially when they have a much more early game composition rather than Aura. And audience prediction also says 60-40, Rashi.
6-6 for Aura, I think that's fair. EVOS can still come back right here, by all means. It's a 5k gold lead, but look at this. Aran, of all people, getting engaged on.
Desperate Detona's welcome onto Aran.
They
Barely
tried.
to get the Faraga armor. Gugun's going in. Eternal Guard. Super Red, is he going to be dead here? Oh my goodness. He gets out just barely. But man, every attempt that EVOS Glory are trying right now is just not working.
Man, if YEAHHH landed the Curse Blast on top of the Eternal Guard, that was done. He was playing it a bit conservatively, which is fine, right? Aura can just cruise right here. That was a play initiated by EVOS, and yet they were the ones who almost lost a member. Aura is just content playing for objectives, waiting for the next fight where they can once again punish EVOS for this composition with a very squishy front line that's behind on items. They're gonna be so squishy for everyone on the side of Aura to take out.
Just like Mirko said, it's desperation. Like, the targets are not there. The prime targets are not in the vicinity. You have to take what's available, and it's Aran. You have to take the chances, even though it didn't really translate to kills. At least right now, Aran knows that the pressure is there. He's not going to be as aggressive as before. And I think that's, you know, it's not really a W, but it is something.
Well, shutting Aran down is definitely a huge plus if they can do so, but in this late stage in the game, targeting him when the objective is almost up, where he has the Piraga armor as well. It just shouldn't work, but like I said, there's not a lot of options left for EVOS right here, especially with Aran just out there right in their faces.
All right, let's see if this works out now. Eternal Guard onto 3, Piraga armor. They got a Piraga armor.
Wow.
The peel.
Wow.
Desperate, and it did not work. Again, second Lord secured for Aura.
Just the pseudo pressure that Aran puts, man. Like, every time he's in the front line, you can't really close up. Whether you're Veldora, whether you're Vanstrong, the two frontliners are not frontlining.
You know, the crowd control coming in from YEAHHH on the Vexana isn't really all that wide in AoE. It's just one small circle. But you saw right there, multiple members just keep getting hit by it. And I dare say that's because Yaoi has been so dangerous that everyone from EVOS don't feel safe just being too far apart from their teammates. At least far enough for Yaoi to just find an opening. So that's how Aura is just forcing EVOS to play a certain way. And once they do, they have the solutions ready for it. So this is a layered strategy, a layered approach coming from Aura. And look at the wave management, man.
Wow.
It's almost perfect.
They have another Lord on their side too. They can use it to their advantage, but looks like EVOS will try to make a quick work of this Lord. Can they do it?
Still going to charge in, despite them trying to chunk it down. Mid lane as well, dealt with pretty well by EVOS.
Wow.
Not able to crack the base open with the first or the second Lord Panther right now. Kabuki's doing a good job though right now with the BMI. Pops in, Eternal Guard, knocking Veldora up, and that's going to be a lockdown actually. Aran jumping in as well with the last Insanity onto Veldora. He might be able to find that, and my goodness, he just takes him out. That's a free turret too, as Aran just flickers out to safety, buys the immortality now. Lord number 2 gets them the first base turret, and look at that turret up top. It's very low. Van's looking for a trade. He should be able to get it, but at what cost? Aura are not stopping the siege.
Yaoi has been quiet for the last few minutes. He looks to find something here. Oh, he has the flicker as well.
Oh man, that BMI up top. Did you guys see that? Kabuki just pops into Battle Mirror Image to get the last few hits onto that base turret, and it was low enough to get taken down by just Dexter.
Man, YEAHHH though, getting taken out right there. Definitely not ideal for Aura, but at an 8k gold advantage, they're just running with the plan, right? They're still staying in the jungle. They don't care if their jungle is up. It's about denying Aura, but look at Van.
No purple buff.
Didn't get it. Gugun again, showing his class.
He's handsome.
Okay. Honestly, I think they could have gone for a little bit more there for Aura, even though it's 4v5. They have Aran, they have the pull. They actually pulled like 4 or 3 people there. Could have been something, but they choose to go for the discipline route, and I think that's kind of a good thing too.
I think especially without YEAHHH on the Vexana, he is right now a huge bulk of their pick-off potential and their damage. I'm wondering, once we see the items, is he going for the fleeting time? Because when you're this ahead, generally what you want to do is wait for the first target to appear, use everything, delete him, and then rinse and repeat. And just like that, usually the Eternal Guard is on cooldown for only about 20 seconds. That is massive.
For sure, man. Just the zoning. It's not just Aran, but YEAHHH. Like everyone, Kabuki even. You can play like Skylar quite aggressively using the BMI to chunk up all of the frontliners from EVOS. And there's nothing EVOS can do about that. They have to chunk the Piraga armor first to make something.
Oh, Yaoi, look at that conceal. Oh my god, they baited out the Death welcome for nothing. Oh, good burst damage onto the back. But YEAHHH still was able to walk out. Man, just with the conceal, they bait out the Death as welcome, and it's a free Lord again to Aura.
That's the Yaoi pressure we've been talking about. And if you're looking at the items right here, in the mid lane at least, decent amount of items, Divine Glaive even completed for Warlord.
Only gets the kick out to Veldora earlier. Veldora with a flicker out right now. Last Insanity onto Vanstrong as Van tries to deal with Kabuki, but is not going to be able to do so. Immortality, Vanstrong popped down. Super Red with his on force right now, but Gugun will just soak it in and run back to safety. Has the Immortality. Kabuki now with Blazing Duet gets bursted down. Oh, Kabuki loses the Immortality now as Aran tries to back him up. That's a Wind of Nature pop, but Super Red deals magic damage and takes him down. Gugun running Van down, goes in for Shield Unity. Van should still have the cables. RGM popped in that shield. They don't have Veldora, they don't have Vanstrong. 3 members against 4. Van going back and forth. Super Red now is Zaman Force, but now, the Purify gets him out to safety, but he's already out of the Zaman Force. He won't be able to kite himself out of this one. And now the base is wide open, even though Van tries to go for the assassination. Only the base is what is available to be assassinated. Aura takes game 1.
They strike first, quite convincingly at that. Just using Yaoi to perfection in the early game and using the zoning potential from YEAHHH and also Oran in the objective battle.
The pressure.
Yeah.
That was just crazy. Again and again. Which one are you trying to focus on? Is it